There we go. Now you're on.
And we're live with the only one of the few guys that can get more pumped up than me, Erock Botsford, a.k.a. Erock. Erock, I'm going to start by asking you, do you have a painting of, is that John Bon Jovi making out with Princess Leia? Is that you and your wife? What is going on with this artwork?
No, that is, actually, I'm in like most things. Oh, the sweetest one is this one right here. Old Stan Lee.
There he is.
How's that one? No, I am, of course, doing what Erock does best, and that is living out of freaking hotels. I'm in another hotel. This time I'm down in Orlando because we're doing another site visit for the Orlando Hyrox coming up June 5th.
Bear horn.
Yeah, dude, that's right, man. We're pedal to the metal, which means that Erock is getting very little sleep. But if you're following the old Erock, I'm just always time for fitness. So I'm out there kind of putting it down every day. But yeah, man, I'm in a hotel room, so that's why there's like that groovy lounge music too. Are you picking that up?
Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna get shut down on social, so that's okay. So that is in fact Luke and Leia. Who's on the left there? Is that Howard Stern? I can't tell who that is.
It's Edward Scissorhands and Kim.
I'm gonna do my brief impression. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, you ready? Okay, just stay with me. I'm gonna get in the moment. Hold me, Edward Scissorhands. I can't. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go, dude.
He can't.
With that,
he can't hold her because his hands are made of scissors.
Remember, he cuts himself. Great movie, dude. Yeah. You know what's funny is that I sat next to her on. Here's a funny story. You want to hear one real quick? Then we can jump in.
Story.
So, like you, I travel a lot, which means that we have a lot of travel perks, right? They actually don't have a qualification for me anymore on Delta. Like, I am not only Diamond, but I'm above Diamond on Delta.
Wow,
so that means that
Diamond.
Yeah. So if there's I get picked up pretty much every time I'm that asshole that gets pulled off the plane and gets put in the Porsche and gets driven across the tarmac to my next gate. Just because that's how much I fucking travel. Sorry. That's how much I travel.
You can curse, it's okay.
And I was sitting next to, so what is her name? She's the shoplifter movie star. What's her name? Remember? I mean, that's how I remember her. What's her freaking name? Anyways, I was her name. What was it?
She is one of America's greatest treasures. Okay.
Yeah, but whatever.
We all grew up with a crush on her, and then she came back. Okay, to be on Stranger Things.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
She was in Heathers. Okay, classic performance in Heathers.
This is killing me. I need to hold on because are you blanking on her name too?
No, I'm just trying to help you get it. Heather.
Oh, I'm actually going.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I know. I just think about her because it's like she can do all these great movies, but I only know her because she
It begins with a W.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. We just take a second to do this?
It's Winona
Ryder. Winona Ryder. I got it.
The first thing that came to your mind was shoplifter, and I have a story about that too. But you tell your story first.
Okay, so we pull up to the gate. It's like she's wearing her thing because, I sit in first class with all these other, Hollywood people, especially going to Atlanta because they all work out of Atlanta now. And so, she's sitting there in her thing or whatever, and we pull up and then automatically I'm sitting next to her, and she gets the Delta agent comes to our seat, and she's obviously goes, it must be for me. And they go, oh, Mr. Botsford, would you come with me, please? And I remember reaching out, and she gives me this look of who the fuck are you, dude?
Mr. Botsford.
And so they picked me up, grabbed me, put me in the Porsche, took me out, and she had to walk down the jetway by herself. Boss mode. What? That's right.
So I lived in Los Angeles. For a time, and I used to get a lot of parking tickets, speeding tickets. I ran a lot of red lights, where the photographer would catch you. I could do a whole podcast on that. So one day I'm going to court, which was Beverly Hills Court, and I'm walking in about to do the you go in through the thing, and there's a whole kerfuffle. There's a whole fucking 7 cop cars pull up, all this shit. I go, what is happening? It was one of her court dates for the shoplifting. Yes. So they stopped everybody from coming in, made her way into her courtroom, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, pre smartphone, pre IG, so I did not capture the moment, but that in fact happened. So there you go, shoplifter Winona Ryder.
Check this out. This is like 7 layers of Kevin Bacon, but with 7 layers of Winona Ryder. Yeah, super crazy.
So I want to do a quick shout out, couple quick shout outs. People are saying hey to you, people that love you.
Oh, sweet. Can I see these comments, or is that possible on this thing, or no?
Yeah, hang on. There's one.
Oh, hey. Oh, Stace, what's up? How you doing? There you go.
There's another one.
Stacy. Perfect. Oh, Kenny. Hey, dude. Yeah, shoplifter. Yeah, watch out, buddy. Miss you, Kenny. Miss you, buddy. Yeah, okay, miss you too, dude. All right, there you go.
I don't know if you're aware of this amazing technology, which also provided the world with Hyrox live coverage, StreamYard. They don't pay me to say this, but I fucking love StreamYard.
Okay, yeah, I definitely am interested in checking that out, because I think we're going to do a live show actually in Chicago, which is the US.
I actually titled this Chicago. I didn't know we were talking Orlando and Chicago. So let's start with what event is first. Let's start with what event is first. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do have a question for myself or for Erock, please put in the comments. We are live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Tell all your friends. Share this link. Blah blah blah.
Wait, hold on. This way. Wait, no, this way. And just really continue to look at this intimate moment, because I just keep looking at it going like, wow, that's so intimate. I love it. This is a good little venue for you. I also have other pictures that we can maybe go around and check out too, but we'll get into that. So anyway, yeah, we've got Hyrox. Sorry, I've had a lot of coffee. I'm on East Coast time. All right, so we've got Hyrox, a fitness competition for everybody. And if you are not run a Hyrox yet, I encourage everybody to come out and try one out, because we've got a few of them to like kind of building up towards the Chicago event, which is still, once again, this is the first question I want to quell right now. So we have Austin, Orlando, and then Chicago. All are very much open and not going to be canceled, and they're for everybody, okay? So, or just for all those folks that have reached out to me about like Chicago, there is still an open race there. Yes, the U.S. Championships will be one part of that, but there is still the Chicago race, and please come out there, because it is going to be, it's Navy Pier. It's like one of the most iconic spaces. Oh, thank you. There you go. And we have more coming out too. We just haven't released them, but we're kind of leading into some other things we can close out the show with. But yeah, so Austin's the 22nd, and then Orlando is the 5th. So I'll start with Austin right here. So for those of you who maybe, we're doing a double down campaign, number 1, with the Puma shoes, which if you haven't watched our social media, if you did Dallas and you want to do Austin, awesome, cool. We're going to reward you with a pair of Puma Fuse shoes. The new training shoes from Puma, they're pretty good. And then, so we've got that going, which is, Austin's going to be a great event. Matt, have you spent much time in Austin?
No, but I know Austin is super hip and lots of cool things happen there. And I don't think I've been there in many, many, many years.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool place. It's very much like, it's going to be like Denver in like 5 years, probably. It's going to be way just like massive. So I'm sorry to all you Austinites who've been there forever. Your city is about to get run over by a bunch of people from California. Let's just be honest. And New York, probably. Although there's a lot of New Yorkers here in Florida. But anyways, separate topic. Happy to talk about it. What was the virus thing that just came up?
Sorry, messing with logos. Sorry, I'm trying to get fancy. Sorry about that.
What was it? I was like, the coronavirus. Are you vaccinated?
100%, baby.
Are you really? Good for 100%. You.
Yeah, man.
Right on. I just got my second shot too. Dude, look at how buff you are. Wait, did you turn 50?
I just turned 49.
Oh, 49.
And I was going to ask you, we can get to this later, but we should definitely get me a pair of shoes, because I'm now borderline gym rat. My running coach, who used to also do my PT. Listen to me. My running coach, I used to see her for just running and PT, but now I'm healed, so we're 100% strength training. So I'm in there. I'm working the glutes. I'm working the hams. I'm working everything, bro. I'm working, dude. I'm holding kettlebells. I'm doing things. So I need myself a pair of gym shoes. So
yeah, man, I'll hook you up. We've got the Puma Fuse shoe will be definitely on display. So if you've been wanting to try them out, you want to buy a pair, we're gonna have a bunch of them at the Austin event. So come out, check them out. And yes, I'll probably hook you up with a pair if you get there, or I can figure it out. All right, then moving on to Orlando. This is where we're gonna get really fancy, because we're down here doing a site inspection on the venue today, and we're trying out because we got to kind of evolve and we got to shift. And I've been, one thing that's been on my plate since I've kind of took over doing the Hyrox here in North America is that there's, our event series is proprietary, right? We're working in with the framework that you guys know and love that we've seen multiple times, Dallas, Chicago, Miami, even. But there's also we need to keep this thing evolving. And so what we're trying to do in Orlando is basically do this sprint style format. So, for those of you who are trying to qualify for the Chicago event or whatnot, you're used to basically going off the individual slots that are available at each format. And so what we're going to try in Orlando is basically set a time cap. And then if you beat that time cap, you are automatically entered to go to the US Championship.
I like it. What do we know what that time is going to be yet?
Yeah, so I do have some. I won't go through all because I have different. Every age group will have its own. Sorry,
this is not on the website yet, right?
No. No, it's
send
actually
it to
not.
me when you can, and I'll put up a nice little article.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it, just so I can go about it. But I have it all broken down, and what we did was from the previous year's World Championship race. So I worked with our German folks too on this, and so yeah, we're okay. I won't go into the exact timing, but essentially, we extrapolated across what is the baseline reg time for or course time for the athletes to really if they're going to be competitive, what is that time is. And we just kind of looked at that and across the age ranges. And now we've got kind of a cooler format. So in Austin, we're still going to go with the number of things. So obviously if you're in the 25 to 35-year-old category, there's 6 spots, right? But if you're in the 16 to 25, there's only 1 spot, so you got to be at the top of the podium.
Quick question. Why not a percentage wise? So if there's 10 people, you got to be in the top 2. What about that? Or
well, essentially that's what it does is it factors in, it takes it from an average, registrant number. And then basically the, are you getting an echo? Are you?
Sorry, no, I was scratching my ear.
Oh, okay, cool. I do that too sometimes when you have these in too long, and then it gets really itchy in there, but you don't want to look weird on the thing because you're
I forgot people can see me.
Yeah, I know. I do.
Yeah, I have to do a quick impression for you because you made it quick because because you made a joke about before we went live, and somebody did this. I don't remember if it was on Jimmy Fallon or something, but they talked about how what we all do on Zoom calls, and it's the same, everybody, it's the same impression, which is you're all bright and cheery, but then you have to find the exit button at the end when you want to get off. So you're okay, Eric, great talking to you. We'll see you next week. All right, see you later. Right? Hey, great talking to you. You're the best. Love you, miss you, minute. Gotta run. Everybody
exactly.
Knows that, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. So for everybody watching, can I show them the picture? I just got to show them the picture.
It's probably on their television as well, but go ahead.
Yeah. So for those of you who are watching, there's probably 3 of you guys on here right now. But
shut up.
For those of you who are watching,
please don't shit on my
32.
Audience.
Oh yeah, cool. So this is what Matt was. Fucking, can I get that in the right? There we go. That's Matt's concentrated. He doesn't know that I'm on, because it's so gnarly because we're not getting any younger. So
look at my jowls. God.
I'm in the same boat, dude. I'm a few years younger, but I feel you, dude.
A few years younger, but you've been in the sun so long, brah. Your face is beat
I'm like
up,
a leather
man.
belt. I know, man. I know. It's a leather belt, but it's, hey, my wife still thinks I'm cute. My mom thinks I'm a cat. Yeah.
All right.
My kids.
We're gonna have. You'll send me the times later. There's gonna be. This is how you get to the event. Is not just by winning, but by hitting a certain time.
Yeah, exactly. So because we want to make it, because this is coming. It's coming out as we get a lot of questions, and so to those of you who are interested in qualifying for this U.S. Championship to be a part of this amazing event, which by the way, we're working on your swag bags. You're gonna be stoked out. No race series. number one, we've proven this to be the Invitational. No race series pays out as much as we do, and then no race series is going to give you the dope shit that we're going to give you. So you want to, if nothing else, come to Chicago because you'll be able to like get it yourself. But if you're interested,
I'm just going to say really quickly. Those of you that know me know I'm not big on paying for the gear. I like what I get for free as a perk of my life, and I paid for Hyrox gear. That's how sweet it was. I bought myself a fucking hoodie while I was in Dallas. Go ahead.
Good, dude. Good. Because I paid for everything else. So
thanks, buddy. Thanks for getting my coffees.
Yeah.
And my fruit bowl.
Yeah, your fruit bowl.
If you're in the hotel in Nali, do not order a fruit bowl for breakfast. It was a fruit cup. And it had like 2 grapes in it. That was some bullshit. It probably cost you $17.50.
Well, listen, let's be honest here, and you guys back me up out here watching, you 32 people. Like when you come to breakfast, don't order a fucking fruit bowl. Get a goddamn fucking few eggs, dude. It's America, man. Jesus, you got to get some bacon or something. But anyways, all right. This is why it's always good to talk. Is because we can kind of move in and out of things. So here's the deal for Orlando. If you're interested, come out, try it out. I'm really interested to see what our timing is. We're going to go today to map out the run course today too. I do want to address also the 3-lap kind of snafus that were going on last time. So we're going to try to clean that up and make it so it's a bit more. So I know there was a couple people that like came in like, oh man, I like even Dylan Scott, dude, like went out and ran like set one of the fastest times in Dallas in the pro men's and ran an extra lap. So we want to make sure that we're kind of nipping that one in the bud. So we're gonna try to address that the lap situation, and then also in Orlando we're going to be addressing the once again, the qualification position. So if you think you're on the cusp, if you think you can beat that time, just in general, the numbers that we've come up with are not out of the ordinary, dude. And I believe that like they're not. It's not like I'm gonna have you run like a minute slower than Hunter and like expect you to like hit that number if you want to get to Chicago. Like I'm not saying that at all, but it's certainly. They're doable, but also very fair. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, let's go back to 3rd grade. They're fair, okay? So that's what we got going. So yeah, that's what the deal is with the qualification. But moving forward, time travel, like they do, right? Do they time travel, or is Luke Skywalker missing out? Oh no, it's Hans making out with his half sister, right? Or no? Hold on, it'd be your sister.
It's Luke's sister.
Luke's sister.
Han and them are not related. They don't time travel like to like, but they do go into hyperspace.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Anyway, we're going hyperspace now to Chicago. Chicago once again is going to be the 26th of June. Matt will probably be there with his freaking camera running around doing his thing. I don't know, whatever. We're gonna be doing a live broadcast out there because it's gonna be a badass event. Navy Pier, one of the most iconic spaces. In fact, that's where I got to run my first Hyrox, watching Matt run around with the thing on there. I was like, Matt, and he was like, so you were so locked in, you didn't even hear me like cheer for you. But I think you were about ready to puke. I think is where you were.
Correct.
Yeah. What? And let me ask you this, dude. Like, where when you did Hyrox, like, what do you think is like the hardest part of? Where do you think you needed to like get better? To be faster.
Learn how to push a heavy sled. Learn how to pull a heavy sled. Learn how to do 100 wall balls. I mean, I tell everybody the sled is the hardest. Some people say the pull is the hardest. I found the push to be the most exertion of the entire body. That was my experience. What do you think? What is the worst beatdown for you?
I think the burpee broad jumps are pretty much like, that's just like a grinder, dude. So like at the same time, like it's just about head down work. It's also like, it's just one of those repetitive, and that's why I've been doing 100 burpees a day for the past like 125 days now. I mean, it's, I'm building this capacity up because like, there's just, as many burpees as we've all done in our lives, like they just never get easier. So, but they freaking work. The sled, yes, for sure. But like now that we've switched it to 12.5 meter lengths, I think it's much more of a doable, like give it for like,
So it's always going to be shorter now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that was just venue dependent.
No, we've actually we've modified the ropes now. So Once you cut a rope, you can't go back. So it's 12.5 meter thing. So it's a slightly bit more. I'm sorry. You can't squirrel me like that, Steven Scuffgut.
I know. I've been holding though. His comment came in like 20 minutes ago, and I want to make sure he gets it before it scrolls away. So anyway, just
okay, cool. Right on, dude. Well, I'll tell you right now. Going back to Pittsburgh, I love you. I love Pittsburgh. It was the greatest Tough Mudder venue ever, and maybe one day Tough Mudder will invite me back, and I can go and maybe go there also. Because it'd be great to catch up with you guys. But anyway, back to the action here. So I would say burpees are the most challenging. 12.5 meter sled pushes. Suck it up. Like grab that thing, lift it up a little bit, throw your shoulder in. Did you play football?
As a young man, yes.
Yeah. So just lift it. Just get that sled up a little bit right there, and just like drive that front forward. But don't go too much, or else. But
I wasn't a lineman, dude. I was a linebacker. I was small, and you know what I mean. I didn't really push a lot of sleds, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what we got, dude. Hey, ask away, guys, or ask away to Matt if you have any other questions, because that's what I've got on the docket for the next bit.
All right, well, hang on. We have a couple of questions. So here's the first question from Mark Chambers. Will you have any East Coast races later this year besides Orlando?
That's a great question. We certainly I've talked to a few venues right now. I don't want to get everyone ahead of things, because there is still a stupid ass pandemic going on. You're during COVID. But yeah, so we're looking at from LA, so we're booked up to LA, which is September. Look for something coming east by October, and then definitely November. We've signed we've already paid for the venue in Boston, and so that one's looking like we're going to be there in November. So watch out for that one. And then there's going to be a Midwest one. I'm thinking somewhere in Ohio would be probably where we're thinking about for October. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
All right, Jay Andrews, what can I do to prepare for a race like this? I mean, that's such a broad question, but where would you start for that?
Honestly, the race is 50% running, so I would definitely start running some more. I think that the workouts themselves, as Matt will tell you now that he's like a gym rat, is just about you got to get those reps in. And yeah, dude, bro, let me see those biceps. You got definition?
I do have definition.
Yeah, that's cool, man. How's the six pack?
Oh, horrible. That needs work.
So yeah, Jay, I would definitely start running a bit and just knowing how to do intervals. So I would do. I mean, this is I've answered this question a million different times. So it's about running and fitness intervals. So pick 3 movements. Say it's burpees, kettlebell swings, or whatever, and maybe a weighted squat or something like that, and then add some running and do that run a good 3 minutes, come back in, do 20 swings. Run 3 minutes, come back in, do 20 burpees, run 3 minutes, and keep it around that 3 minute time, because that's generally going to give you what you're going to look at for your interval timing on the 1,000 meters. So don't, for a lot of people out there, Jay, that this is one of the questions, oh, I don't have a 800 meter track, or I don't have a whatever. Just set your timer, dude. Just set your timer, run for 3 minutes, and then come back in and then hit those. Just don't stop, but you just go right into it, and then bang. Jump right back into your run, go back out 3 minutes, boom, come back in and knock that out again. So those type of that interval stuff is really what, look at what Hunter does. That's all he does. He does the running intervals. You have to keep pushing that threshold and pushing your I guess flow, you know what I'm saying? Your ability to just get back into the flow of things after you've just pushed a freaking sled, you know what I'm saying? Because that's, you're going to be tired. So great question, Jay. Certainly check out our training plans online and follow. Actually, we're releasing a bunch of really cool content on our social media pages over the next, so follow Hyrox America and check out those workouts that I wrote with Corinna.
All right, next question. Sophia Harnedy.
Where's Gary? I don't even know who Gary is. Sophia, you have to be a bit more specific. I can't understand what you're talking about.
Plans for Northern California from Steven Zawid.
Bro, this is my hometown, man. So I'm originally from Northern California, and I'm a big proponent of bringing us either to somewhere in the South Bay would be probably preferable in terms of like the venues, or the East Bay. And then I know it really comes down to venues. So Steven, hit me up if you know a venue that has like is bigger than like it's like a convention center size. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely interested. Given that LA right now, LA is one of our best selling events right now. We've had a ton of signups already there. So I know Northern California, which is better than Southern California. I just said that is definitely on my list. So yeah, Steven, it's definitely in the works. 2022 is when, like, God willing, we all like get back to kind of flowing through some shit. So, and get back to normal. So that's when we'll be seeing you there in NorCal.
So when you say South Bay, you mean like Gilroy?
No, like, yeah, north of that. I'm talking like San Jose stuff.
Right.
Do you know Gilroy? Do you know the garlic capital of the world?
I do, and not everybody knows this, but I in fact used to do stand-up comedy, and I traveled many, many miles up and down Northern and Southern California. So I've done
Watsonville.
I've done gigs.
Gilroy.
I've done gigs in Gilroy. I've done gigs in like San Rafael in the North Bay, like some random ass towns.
Yeah, dude, North Bay's pretty sick though too, man. I miss California. All my family still all lives out there, but yeah, it's good spots. That's cool. But yeah, I'm down to kind of keep going. Yeah, Greg, sweet, man. Stoked to see you in Austin too. It's going to be a super fun event. Austin is such a funky, cool town, man, and like the fitness community down there is definitely fired up to race Hyrox. So yeah, we're going to give it.
All right. Well, listen, man, I think that's going to wrap it up here for us.
Yeah, cool.
Additional, as we said, Erock is going to get me when those numbers are finally crunched. I'll put up a nice little article. We'll share it on the socials, and then we'll talk with everybody very soon. Yeah, man. Cool. Well, we'll see you guys at Hyrox Austin, and yeah, keep being sexy, Matt. And I want to see that 6-pack. Your furry 6-pack.